Um, three of you managed to find a very expensive diamond waiting for you, but with assured death awaiting you if you touch it.
Yep.
It's so very pretty, but we're going to leave it right where it is and keep it between the three of us for now.
Okay.
Yes.
I'm not gonna have you guys go back through the traps. You know where they all are.
Yep. And we did discuss that we were re-enabling the traps on our way out,
Yes.
making sure to lock the door back up.
How are you doing that?
The ones that Brutus weighted down with boulders and things, we were going to make sure we were out of the way, clear the boulders off, reset the ones that we hadn't already burned away, like with the zombies.
And then the other traps at the very beginning reset themselves.
Okay. So when you go to reset the one over here, the slide trap, you had actually weighted it down. Do you want to remove that weight? Okay.
Actually, I don't think we do.
Okay.
Because we had to weigh it down because it was triggering whatever that sliding door was going to be.
Yeah.
So I think we should leave that one in place.
Brutus won't argue nothing with the people who have brains. He'll just go and do that.
Okay. That's pretty much all I wanted to know. The pit trap you can't reset. There's no feasible way to do so. The rest of
Make
them
more
are
zombies.
easy. So I just moved you outside. And that's so you are back outside of there. You guys want to head back to town? What do you guys want to do?
Yeah, head back to town, meet up with the rest of our people. I think we did a fairly good excursion. Need to get a little bit of a rest in, check supplies, and see which area we want to explore next.
I will say it's pretty early in the morning, so the idea of you guys taking a long rest, I'm probably not going to allow. But if you want to take a short rest, I'm fine with that.
Let me double check.
Check on.
I will want to take a short rest.
Check on Lander and Sandy, who were scared and ran off. Make sure they're okay.
Yep.
Not being judgy, just genuinely, I know they got.
So Sandy is nowhere to be found.
He's not with Kaylee?
Well, you don't know where Kaylee is either, so.
Oh. Okay. Fine.
Yeah, we have to.
Who's Kaylee?
The blacksmith.
Oh, right.
Yep.
As you guys make your way back, the town is small, so, you do notice there's a newcomer, kind of out in the middle of the town square looking a little lost. Eric, you want to introduce your character? What they see?
Yeah, Grenrick, dwarf, cleric, trickster cleric, hill dwarf,
Okay.
That's what I'm at.
He stands out. There's very few dwarves here, so, and he looks a little lost, honestly.
I'm just praying to my god. Loki.
You okay? Well, Lander, I know you're actually a half-elf, but we keep joking that you're a dwarf. So,
Go talk to him.
Yeah, you make the introductions.
yeah, Zashi will kind of like elbow Lander and go, come on, let's talk to your people.
I hate all of you.
No, you don't. You love us.
So yeah, I guess we will walk up. Hi, you seem new here, a little lost. And for Eric, for your perspective, Zashi has red hair, She's on her left arm. She has kind of like, it almost looks like someone carved sigils into her arm, and they have a slight glow to them. And she does have scales that go up her arms, and you can see some by her neck that she doesn't hide at all.
You would actually recognize her as a Yanti, one of the serpent folk. They're not rare here, so you would have encountered them as you were crossing the desert. I should mention, it's a town above the ruins of a city, in the middle of this horrific desert called the Wastes. It's the only reason it exists is this ruin of a city is basically a gold mine for magical artifacts and people willing to risk their lives for coin.
Okay.
Did you end up taking the half plate? You saw my Discord thing. Did you end up taking that?
No, I took it's just scale now.
Okay. I just didn't know if you wanted to. Yeah. Otherwise, you would know. So, around the area, there's the typical boomtown stuff. There's a general store, an apothecary, 2 taverns, and a sheriff's department. Otherwise, most everyone else around here are adventurers or prospectors of some sort.
Got it. Okay.
For the rest of you, so there's dwarf in the middle of the city. Where else? Is there any business you want to attend to? Chester, where has your character been this time, basically?
I was just whispering, asking him that, should I know? Where were you?
I've missed 3 sessions, 4 sessions.
Yeah, I would say,
Something
considering your background, you probably have spent some time with Monk, just getting information and the like. But he's
That's
one of
where
your.
I've been at.
Wakes up
There
from a
you go.
drunken stupor in a ditch. There we go.
What the-
No.
If Brutus would have any idea about that, that's where he would go to try and find Dako to catch him up and tell him about this diamond we found.
What was the 2d10 for, Becca?
You said we were going to be able to take a short rest. I'm just doing my hit dice right now.
Okay. I forgot
Oh, yeah,
how
you
much
got-
damage you guys took during that little expedition.
I didn't take any. I think Zashi got burnt up though.
Yeah.
Crispy.
So are all you guys together in one group and I'm by myself? Are you all separate, or how is the...
So when Zashi walked up to you, Brutus, Lander, and Storm would be with her. Would you 3 like to describe your characters before you wander off?
Yeah, I was just gonna say. Brutus is a big minotaur.
Whoa.
It's pretty much it. I think the icon I have for him is classic black and white spots, which I'm now rolling with for sure. And that's kind of it. He's just kind of a big meathead.
I would say Whistler would be with you too. He never actually left you guys.
Okay.
Well, no, right, because he left to go get incense.
Oh yeah, that's right. So Whistler is
Which is this the same day?
no. It would be the day after.
There hasn't been a long rest in the last 3 sessions or whatever.
No, there has been. Yeah, it would be the day after you left.
Oh, okay.
Their little incident with some spiders caused them to get a long rest, and they had an issue with some gnolls and some thrycreen.
Okay, so they took a long rest at 9 in the morning.
Yeah.
No, it was in the evening by that point.
No, that was in the middle of the afternoon. It was
All right.
We did get a little bashed around just a bit.
Yeah, just a bit.
Touch.
Weird
Which-
bags, yeah.
Did anyone ever open the vaults?
No, we haven't done that because we were afraid to destroy what was inside of them.
Bruce wanted
you-
to punch it open, but
You did learn that whatever everyone seemed to be looking for was a bunch of bills of sale for art.
And we did. Brutus actually translated some of it. So
A bunch of statues.
I since it has been a day, I would totally have flat back by now.
Okay. Okay, so we'll go back to you guys kind of consolidating in the town square. If everybody wants to describe their character to Eric.
Lander.
All right. Lander is a short, malnourished looking half elf. Pallid skin, kind of limp hair. Doesn't look like he gets a lot of sleep. His clothes were kind of. They were nice at one point, but they're old and threadbare now. Looks like a scholar. Radiates magic if you have any hint of that sort of stuff.
dwarf.
Just kind of a down on his luck wizard.
Storm would also be there. So Chris.
Yeah, Storm is a small, tabaxi, puffy-haired, tiger striped tabaxi.
How old is Storm again? He's pretty young, right?
Yeah, like 13 or 14.
He just hit physical maturity for Tabaxi. And then we come to Chester's character, who probably just kind of swaggers out. Been missing for a while.
Oh, Whistler too.
Oh, hey, Taco. Nice to see you again.
He was precisely where he intended to be when he intended to be there.
Uh-huh.
Right, Gandalf.
So Daco looks to be of human or maybe even elven build. Technically, he's a half elf. He's wrapped up very desert nomad style. Like there's not much exposed skin on him except around the eyes when he's got the scarf up. He carries a long spear, or not a long spear, but a spear. That's pretty much all you're going to see at a first glance there.
So yeah, is there anything you guys want to accomplish in town, or are you literally just here to take a short rest so that you can get back to adventuring?
Well, once Whistler joins us, I do want to address our party before we handle any business in town.
Okay, he can be walking by.
Okay. Hey, Whistler!
So
Yeah.
what she's yelling at is a squat, fluffy black kinku, which if you don't know is a anamorphic crow, with wearing a kilt and costume cherub wings. He's got a bunch of crap hanging from the harness of the wings, including a bat hanging right from the middle cross part of it, just sleeping there. Yeah, and he just nods his head. He just kind of waddles over, and looks at the new person.
So, he hasn't answered me yet, but we'll get back to him. Just so all of you know, before you all wander in town getting stuff, we did get another section of our area somewhat cleared. We have made a tentative alliance with a baby dragon and their very adorable kobolds who are wearing shiny pots and pans for armor. They're so
The
cute.
wormling is nuts, by the way.
Yeah. We think that the wormling might be a little nuts. So letting you know that if you run into any kobolds, we do have an alliance with them. We are currently calling this wormling Resplendent because it did not have a name.
And then he looks over at at the new person and whispers, How much does a polar bear weigh?
Oh,
You're asking you're asking me, the news person?
Yes.
Yeah. Oh, friend, I'm so happy you asked me that question. In fact, there is a right answer and a wrong answer, and it's very important that we get this right. But it's going to take a long time, and a lot of things we're going to have to do. Are you ready, willing, and able to do what it takes?
So then he turns and he looks over at Zanshi. He makes his he does a little flourish with his hands and makes just an illusionary bust of Sandy. Then he does this, shrugs, and then starts to walk off like he's looking for somebody.
Genrick, you would, or Eric as Genrick, you would know, Kenku don't really talk, they mimic people. So interpreting them can be interesting.
I'm going to take that as a yes for now.
And he looks around the square for a little while and then comes back because I'm assuming Sandy's not there.
Okay. Actually, give me an investigation roll.
Oh, I also don't exactly know how to move roll 20, so how do you roll?
You press /R, and then, like, if you want to roll a d20, you just hit you type in 1d20. /R is just the roll, and then space, and then whatever. Okay. And honestly, if you have dice available, I trust you to roll dice. You don't have to use the roll 20 app. Like,
okay.
It's like, yeah.
Until you get your character sheet filled out on 120, sometimes it's easier just to use dice.
Flashback.
But I rolled a 1 on my investigation.
Yeah, I see that. Yeah, you have no idea. As far as you know, Sandy's disappeared. Zashi, you missed it. Basically, Whistler was asking where Sandy is.
I'm not entirely sure, Whistler. Sandy ran off, looked like he was headed back to town, but he didn't say where he was going.
So he looks really discouraged, but then he turns to Eric and he says, enough to break the ice?
Says, I'd love to break the ice. That's what it says?
Enough to break the ice, yeah.
Yeah. So it's pretty early in the morning. I would mention no one's really out and about right now. Like, honestly, despite how long it took in game, you guys finding that diamond didn't really take long at all. I'm trying to think of
just the not dying bit.
You've actually never heard the city this quiet. It's weird. Like, in the evenings and after nightfall, when you would expect it to be like calm, it's bustling. But right now, nothing really seems to happen. Nothing seems to be going on. No fires are lit. You don't really hear much sound.
Well, that's no wonder our new dwarven friend couldn't find anyone then. So, has Genrick actually introduced himself yet?
Well, hello, friends. I'm Genrick. I'm a man of God, and I'm here to help and be of service.
Well, hello, Genrick. I'm Zashi. If you're here to be of service, are you looking to join our adventuring guild? Because there are a few things we'd have to talk about before that.
I of course would be interested.
I'm not ready for my service yet.
Are we sure he's tall enough to ride the ride?
Well, he's about as tall as Lander is, so
You'd
Probably.
be taller than Storm and Whistler, so there's that.
I feel bad for that now. I'm sorry, James, but you're a dwarf now.
It's now a thing. You're a dwarf.
I'm just short.
so
Brutus will lean, put his arm like this on top of Lander's head, leaning on him like, it's okay.
So our adventuring guild is the Murder of Crows. We are looking for new members. If you take on a job and are part of our guild, you give 5% of your earnings to the guild fund for upkeep of the guild.
Aye, boy.
Sounds
Stick
more
with the
than
group. Don't cause trouble and get paid.
reasonable.
All right.
I'm sure Loki would approve.
All right, so Zashi takes out a journal and says, just sign here. And on the page of this journal is actually like a very brief contract with Murder of Crows on the top. Please sign here and put in your details. Next of kin in case you die, so that we could send your proceeds to them in case of that event. So standard, it's actually like a standard mercenary contract, because Zashi hasn't figured out the difference between the adventuring guild and the mercenary contract yet.
Yeah, you'd actually notice a bunch of names before you, most of which have been crossed out with a date next to it. Like a date of signature, and then like on where it was crossed out, another date.
Huh. Yeah, so Genrick signs it. He's not really sure what he really thinks about it. He doesn't really have a whole lot of conviction or integrity when it comes to signing contracts, but he signs it because he thinks it might be fun.
Okay.
Cool.
There doesn't seem to be anything like magically binding about this contract, so yeah, you sign your name on the book. Is there anything else you guys want to accomplish in town?
Just update Daco. That's Brutus's only main thing, really. And if he wants to run errands.
No, Zashi is ready to explore another section. From what I remember of Zashi's map, which I think it should be in most people's journal, there looks like in that first courtyard where we first entered that there was a couple of paths that we didn't explore yet.
Yay.
So I don't know if that is something that the rest of you would be interested in exploring, or if you want to try maybe a couple of the exits from our cathedral area.
We did never do the bottom left exit from the cathedral.
Correct. There's actually, I'm looking at it right now, it looks like there was 2 entrances down there that we did not explore.
I mean, I'd be down for that. Unless someone has the brain to have an idea for how to get those vaults open at the bank.
What are they made out of?
I think, if I remember right, you had to engage the mechanism appropriately on all 3 at the same time, right? Otherwise, they would.
It's just 2
No.
keys.
What is the vault made out of?
What was it made out of? Metal or stone?
It's made out of steel.
Steel.
Made out of just elven steel. It's
Nice try.
However, you do know that the mechanism, if it is a standard acid trap, if it senses that it gets broken into, it's set up to destroy whatever in the deposit box.
Yeah, you cheater.
Or, side note, do we want to take care of the worm that we avoided? The one that ate Flap.
Who's Flap?
Vengeance!
Whistler points to the bat hanging from his
There's a new
Kind
bat.
of
It's hard.
flaps.
New bait.
If Brutus can't, he'll approach and like very gently with a finger try a pet flap on the head.
Flap will let you. He'll wake up a little bit. He's sleeping. He's staying.
Oh, okay, I won't bother him. But hello. Okay, hi.
Okay, well, if we don't want to risk that, then
How is that a thing?
which area would we like to explore?
I mean, I can try and bypass your acid trap if you want.
Eh.
Do you want to move over to the bank?
Sure, let's go over to the bank.
I have a little bit of experience with that kind of a thing.
Okay. I need to find miniature for Daco.
I'm gonna grab coffee while you move us all around.
You should be moved to the bank. Except Daco, because you're still set up weird.
Is there anything on screen that's black right now?
You should be able to see something. Let me make sure that you have a mini.
I messed up everything.
I was seeing a map and it just went away.
Yeah.
Okay, that's because I moved all of your guys' characters to the correct thing. You might need to zoom out and then zoom back in. Sorry.
I don't know what I did. All of a sudden, the entire sidebar where the chat and everything is gone.
You probably pressed. There's 3 lines up on the. You probably pressed that.
Bless you. Thank you. I was trying to scroll and clicked that. Oh, I panicked for a second. That's great.
Okay, Eric, were you able to see the map now again?
Yeah, I do. Trying to see if I can. I guess I can't really change my image.
If you want to send me an image for it, I'll change it on my end. Or send Becca one. It's all. You can. It's just Roll20 is a little not the most user friendly program in the world sometimes.
Right. Alright. But can I move this guy?
You should be able to.
Okay, yeah, cool.
I can't move mine.
Where are you, Chris?
What are you doing?
Find the cab out.
Well, I see my character, but I can't do anything with him.
Weird.
Can't even ping.
Oh, I can move on.
Do we have multiple characters again?
There's clones.
Shouldn't.
Oh God.
So I think this one is Storm, or is this one down here?
This one's Storm.
Okay.
How do you make them? How do you make that like glow that you just did?
You just press and hold.
Press and hold the left button.
Oh.
Okay. Oh,
And they correspond to the little colors that are under all our names, but you can tell who's doing what.
Got it. There's also a little bar on the left that has like little icons on it. One of them is a die. Can I click that to roll? Will that just like roll?
Yeah, that's one of the ways to actually roll. You can just.
Cool.
Okay. Let's, however, go to Daco. Chris, you still can't control your character.
I got it. I just reset roll
Okay.
20.
Roll20. So, Daco, are you going to try to fiddle with the safety deposit boxes then?
Are those the things on the right-hand side of this current map thing?
Yes.
Yeah, they're here.
Gotcha.
Or Brutus's piece.
And here, right?
Yeah,
Yes.
that's the vault basically, but the safety deposit boxes are in there.
I will
Scotty,
inspect.
can you move me over there? I'm in the, I think the spider temple then. I thought it was the,
Is that you?
I'm way over here.
Yeah, you're. Sorry. Give me a second. Not there yet. I guess I could just zoom out, make that easier on myself. There you go.
Cool.
So I'm going to assume whoever found the acid traps earlier points out where they've found these already, so I don't have to do a search check off the top for that, right?
Correct.
I can just get down to trying to disarm.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna pull tools out from my belt, and I'm gonna kind of look at everyone and be like, "Everyone
Okay,
pray."
so you know how this trap works. It is
Yeah.
it like standard safety deposit boxes. It requires 2 keys to open them, and they have to be unlocked within 3 seconds of each other, or the acid drops. If it has any sense that it's being fiddled with, the acid drops. So how are you picking 2 locks at the same time?
I'm just that good.
I mean, I will allow you to make the roll, but it's not.
Are they within like how far apart are the two locks?
It's
Like
safety
15?
deposit box size. They're you could theoretically have both keys in hand and do it at the same time, but you're trying to pick. But picking a lock is a 2-handed activity.
Sure.
And you can't count.
So it sounds like you need a partner.
I'll be right back.
One with one
Partner in
with
crime.
one with the thinking abilities and the dexterity, and not me. So I'm going to be over here.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and cast Enhance Ability with Cat's Grace on him.
Okay.
Wait, do I have dexterity?
Well-
Oh, I don't. Not me.
I can cast Bless if you need it.
So who are we going to have assisting Daco?
Because they probably need a little bit more
Yeah.
than me,
Yeah.
being that they're not proficient. At least I've got proficiency in the Dex mod.
I was going to say, does anyone else have proficiency in dex at all?
Well, so
I do.
who does?
Not really.
Genrick, it sounded like.
No, not really.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Ooh.
Okay.
You got
then,
these tools?
then I think Storm should assist Daco.
Storm looks thrilled about this. Do you have thieves' tools? Probably not. Also,
Yes, I do.
All right.
So what's going on?
So Genrick, would you mind blessing Storm and Daco?
I would be happy to do that. Let's, so I cast Bless.
So that's 3 people at first level. So Storm, Daco, and I mean, I know it probably doesn't matter right now, but Bless does last. I want to say 10 minutes, so it might. Who else do you want to cast? Who's the third person you want to cast on?
Yeah, who?
Yourself. Always bless yourself.
Good idea. I'll bless myself and not I'm the third. So
Yay, we are blessed.
Okay. I'm going. So who's making the lockpick checks? What's up, Tucker?
I am going to cast my mage hand and just hold it right above where that box would slide up.
Okay.
So that gets us an extra D4.
Yeah.
All right.
Mhm.
Bless us.
exactly.
Was
And
somebody
the-
doing the Cat's Grace?
Yes.
Is it still a thing?
You
just
just
muted
muted yourself, Chris.
Who wants it?
Do you have enough for both of us?
Can't concentrate on 2 spells
no.
at the same time.
Yeah.
So you or me, take your pick.
Like, well, how good are you at these kinds of things?
I mean, I have a dexterity mod and proficiency.
Yeah, me too.
Also, it's Chester, so
Yeah, whatever. Put it on yourself. It'll be a good time.
All right. Can Storm also inspire somebody?
All right, yeah, I'll put the enhance ability on myself, and then I'll inspire Daco.
Daco's really getting an ego boost. He's blessed and inspired, and when we walk away from this, he's just going to think
And
he's
Storm,
God.
your inspiration is a D6 right now, right?
Yes.
Okay.
And I think this might be a good spot to put up the Extra Life campaign
Yeah, it is Extra Life season. I don't have the link right now. Yeah, let's go ahead and roll. See what you guys get. Daco, that's 1d20 plus 1d6 plus 1d4, and Storm 1d20 plus 1d4 with advantage.
You didn't see my censored middle finger at that one.
Well, it's 1d20 with advantage plus 1d4.
Yeah.
Oh, I need one
What
more
kind
one.
of check is it though? Is it like a?
It's a dexterity check with proficiency.
No.
Oh,
Can I do
He's not
my
done yet.
first?
He's got more stuff.
He's got a 1d4, but that 1d, but it's a DC 20 lock. So
How much to give him a reroll for the Extra Life? Is it a $5 reroll?
it would be a $2 reroll, Becca.
Okay, I'm going to give Storm a reroll, and I will donate as soon as
I give you the link.
if you did it, I literally have Extra Life
Storm,
open as
go
well.
ahead and do your reroll.
Hey!
There you go.
Yay!
Okay,
I
now I
was
need a.
That was too useful during our vampire game. Like, I know that I'm going to need this.
Yeah.
And to save Narga, I forgot about that.
Mhm.
That's why CC's a powerhouse.
Oh, that's why I have to do it again. Cause
Okay, I need somebody to roll me a 1d10.
Somebody?
Because you guys just randomly opened a safety deposit box, right? Like, it was just like. Yeah, 1d10. Okay.
I thought there was one at each door.
No, it's a row of safety deposit boxes, man.
Gotcha. I thought there was like those 3 doors were each the safety deposit box for some reason. Gotcha.
No, that would be a huge safety deposit box. You're like in the vault right now.
Better.
So,
Okay.
We don't need another dragon.
Okay, and now I need.
I get it.
Yeah, now I need another D10.
9.
We found something sucky. Yay!
No, actually, you didn't. Okay, so you open it up. For the most part, it's kind of paper that has, over the thousands of years it's been in here, it's dried out and is basically unintelligible. However, you see, it looks like an eye patch, like like something you would attach to your eye, except where the eye patch would be is a blue sapphire with like a cat's eye indent in it.
I know. You could wear it on both sides.
Well, that's pretty shiny.
Yeah, that's really cool.
Detect magic.
No magic.
Oh.
I'll pick it up then, if he says that out loud. I just want to look at it. I'm assuming it wouldn't fit me, but...
No, it would not fit you.
Hold it up to your eye, Brutus. Can you see through it?
I will, yeah, I'll look through it.
No, it's pretty fucking opaque.
Do we know?
I mean,
anyone
you do see light coming through it, but it's blue sapphire. Like it refracts and does a bunch of things. Like if you actually were to try to wear it over your own eye, it would probably just give you a massive headache.
Yeah, like putting on someone's incorrect prescription or something. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll hand it over to Daco. Like,
It concentrates the light into a specified beam right into your eye,
oh god.
like holding a magnifying glass over an anthill.
It's the origin of the latex surgery to get your eyes fixed, right? Just jam it in there.
Sashi's like carefully looking at the papers and will ask out loud, can anyone like mend papers like this?
In the real world. No.
If it was a stone tablet, I'd be here for you, but
How high is the mineral content?
You are aware that if anyone did have mending, you can return the paper to like new, which is probably not what you're going for.
No.
My next character, though. Can I be an archivist? That's just my whole thing.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
except an archivist that casts mending would have problems because it makes the paper like new, so with no writing on it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what you meant. Oh,
Yeah.
sorry. I didn't get that. Oh, that's shitty.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
Daco, that was pretty cool.
I thought so.
High five.
How long do these buffs last? Should we try a couple more?
Well, the inspiration fades. The lasts for 10 minutes, so you guys can keep on trying.
And I think the enhanceability
And
lasts for a
Storm
while.
still has his ability.
Why not?
Lasts for an hour as long as you don't lose
Mhm.
concentration.
Daco will look at Storm and ask him if he feels confident enough to try another one.
Sure, why not?
In the original papers, didn't it give an idea of what might be their box?
You mean in the papers we found in the main area?
Yeah, So I'm pointing to that box.
There's
with my
two
mage.
names. There was Orissa and then a name of Zebulon.
Zebulon.
Yeah, the papers we found indicated that a delivery of a statue was to another section of the city, but we don't have a reference for where in the city the address is.
Yeah, you have the address, but you just don't have. However, you have the person who was from, which was Orissa, and then the person who was to by the name of Zebulon.
Yeah, and I thought one of those was registered to one of these boxes.
Yeah, Zebulon. There is a box listed for Zebulon.
Yeah,
You want
so
to
I'm
try to
pointing
pick
to
that
that
one?
box with my mage.
Okay. I think Whistler wants to try that box.
Sure. Daco pockets the eye patch, I guess, since he was just kind of holding it, and goes over there to set up on a lock and awaits Storm to set up on his.
Yep, I'll go over there.
Okay. Roll it.
Okay. Oh, good God.
Can I cast mending as a ritual?
No, mending's a
You don't
cantrip.
You don't want to do it anyway.
Well, the D4 puts it at 20, so Storm made it. Daco, however,
I didn't.
did not.
So can I buy?
Yes.
I will donate for Daco to get a roll.
Okay. Daco, roll it.
That's the entire rollover, right? Or just one
Yeah,
of
the
them?
entire roll.
Damn it!
So close.
You know what? I'm gonna do it. You said it's $2. Fuck it. Or is it just one?
Yeah, $2. So okay.
This is a lucrative streamlining.
Okay, there you go. Click.
I owe someone $2.
And
Wait, does Daco not have a dex modifier?
No, I do.
Okay, I bet you that 17 would have worked.
Oh my God.
yeah, that's
I haven't
something
been
that would
including
work.
it.
Okay.
Yeah, because I've
But
got
that's oh well. An extra
Oh.
$2 for extra lives to give
Yeah,
you.
extra $2 for extra life. That's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It pops open. No papers. Nothing really in. All it is a vial of it looks like a clear liquid.
Okay. I'm grabbing that with my mage hand
Okay.
and bringing it over to myself to take.
Landry, your detect magic is still going, right? So yeah, it's
Yep.
super magical.
What is it?
Can I tell what kind of magic? At least the school.
Transmutation magic.
I am pulling off my little brooch off of my harness and sitting down and getting my stuff up, and I'm taking 10 minutes to cast Identify.
Okay. You guys waiting for the identify to go off?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Zashi will even stand nearby to make sure that Whistler is undisturbed during this.
Okay. Easy enough. It's a stone to flesh potion.
you want to go for the next box?
Stone too close. Okay.
I mean, we're on a roll.
It's up to Storm.
Hey, Storm.
So does Whistler? I mean, I don't know how Whistler would even let the rest of us know what that potion is.
Good point.
Actually, he'll just walk up. He'll show like a color lifelike illusion of Sandy, and then he'll have it turn to stone, and then he'll hold the little thing by it, and then have it turn back.
Wow, that is awesome, Whistler.
And then he'll hand it to Daco because Daco's all into stone.
If anyone's likely to have need for it.
Yeah, I actually could I hold on to that, guys? I mean,
Dashi, you know that it is not nearly enough for what you want it for.
no, it's not, but I might be able to find someone to recreate it.
Okay.
Send it to the future. Or no, the past. We know someone who needs that in the plains, the city of brass. I mean.
All right, so Zashi will put the potion away.
Okay.
What do you think, Storm? You want to try another one?
I would. Can somebody look up how long bless lasts? I thought it was 10 minutes. It might be an hour.
Sure.
Depends on how much God loves you.
Duration up to 1 minute. Concentration up to 1 minute.
Okay, bless is definitely faded after the ritual casting.
Lame.
Yeah, because it took 10 minutes.
But each lock was 3 seconds.
Hey, am I reading this right? That for a cleric, I can pray and meditate for 1 minute and change my spell list for spell level?
I'd have to look that up, but probably a lot of wizard and cleric both have abilities like that. I think you can only do it once per day, though.
Yeah, I don't know. Fairing with cleric spells requires time spent in prayer meditation, at least 1 minute per spell level for each spell on your list.
That's the first time in a day.
Yeah, that's the first time in a day.
And then I would need to finish the long rest.
Yeah, you choose your spell list. It's superfluous text. You can only do it once per day. You can only choose your spells once per day.
Yeah.
Okay, so are you guys going to attempt another box, or are you guys going to leave it alone for today?
We know that this system works, so if we want to come back to it, I don't think anyone else is going to get in there.
Yeah, and I'm tired.
It's been a long morning. I picked blocks.
Yeah, I don't see anybody else doing anything besides me and this guy right here.
I said Brutus is cheering in the background. I've got a whole cheerleading routine going on.
That's strange to see.
Don't judge him. Hey. Don't be rude.
I would say Zashi is very entertained by Brutus's pom-pom routine.
I imagine they're made out of like the scraps of paper that are everywhere.
Yeah.
They're not pretty.
So I will say, if we want to continue, either in the room to the north of us, there was 3 areas that we hadn't gone through, or this spot down here, we haven't explored either.
I mean, we're already right here.
All right.
Are each of the squares 5 feet?
Yes. Each square is 5 feet.
We're moving.
So you guys are checking out this door right here?
This door.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Someone check for me if there's a trap or magic before I open it. Please. Lander, my favorite dwarf.
Detect magic on the door.
I love you.
Yep.
Yep. It's magic, all right.
Don't want
Evocation
another
magic.
chain lightning.
Hate that. Stepping back, someone else deal with that.
I'm just making the sound of an alarm going off.
Yeah, we definitely don't want that again. That really hurt my ears.
Do we want to go somewhere else then? Does someone have a way of disarming that?
What's the door frame made out of?
God damn it.
It's a bank, so like hardened wood, and then the lock is made out of brass.
I'm gonna try to open it with my mage hand. It might not be locked.
Stepping back.
Everybody in it is
no.
locked, and everybody in the room, please make a Constitution saving throw as the alarm starts blaring again.
Whistler! If I can hear, I'm yelling.
I'm bleeding from my ears.
Oh! What up? I wasted that 20. Can I re-roll and save that for later?
I got.
I was expecting it, so he has his fingers in his ears.
You still rolled a 4, so Lander and Whistler, ear splitting. It only takes a minute. Doesn't seem to alert anybody to your presence. But Lander and Whistler, you just have this tinnitus hum in your ears.
So Whistler is verbally repeating the tetanus sound in his ears so everyone can hear it.
I slap Whistler.
I was just typing. I'm slapping Whistler to make him stop. I literally. Okay, I don't need to type. There we go.
All right.
Like that smack to the back of the head. Like, stop it. Get it. No.
Yep. Now that it's gone off, I'll take a look at the door.
Okay. It's a locked door.
Anyone? Doctor?
Lander, it's still radiating evocation magic.
Don't mess with that. It's still magic. Still active.
No.
Okay, I'll leave it be. Oh.
Let's not be here anymore.
All right, let's
try out
go.
here. There we go.
Say again?
Let's
Let's try out here. There's like a few different doors leading out of that square.
Yeah, we'll head to
That's
the
where
northern.
the worm is.
The worm.
Yeah, let's go.
So we avoid the worm.
The worm is not quite there.
No, the
It's a
worm
little
is-
bit more north.
It's right up here.
I need to pull the map back up. Where'd that go?
All right.
I don't want to deal with that worm.
I know. That's why I brought it up.
I love you. Shut up.
I think I'd like to check out this way.
Okay, please make a dexterity saving throw.
Okay. It looks open though. I'm just peeking my head through.
Yeah, I know, but you just crossed across the sandy floor, in front of the bank. That alarm just went off.
You forgot to walk without rhythm. Come on.
Oh my god.
The room of butterflies.
Okay,
Advantage on
it looks.
stealth.
A worm does not appear out of the ground. However, if you know what an antlion is, antlion traps medium-sized start
It's even
opening
worse.
in the ground. But you're able to kind of dodge across them.
Can I try and close them?
With the sand. Just
Flap token, Tucker.
Thank you.
oh,
All right. So we've got an antlion somewhere.
Yeah, basically a giant antlion.
Can I close its door before it comes at it?
What door?
You
They-
said it's like funneling up out of the ground, right?
Yeah.
I bend Earth.
Okay,
wants to shut it.
please read to me what Bend to Earth does.
I have printed it on the screen for you.
Oh, so much reading.
It's like a paper.
I know. God.
I can make it difficult
Okay, so
terrain,
it's
cause the ground to become
It's
normal terrain.
freaking Molder.
Cool.
Okay. Give me, what is your spellcasting modifier or what you're based upon?
Use the
Wisdom?
charisma.
Give me a
Sadly,
charisma check. We'll see how
Sure.
good you are at this.
Oh, please.
Yeah, no, you're maybe able to move things around, but it seems like this thing is way better at burrowing and than you really are.
That was worth a shot.
It does not seem to be actively aggressive on it. It's just like opening these little holes that Sashi draws. But it's not actually excellent. Like you can kind of see its pincers, but it looks more like it's just it's an ambush predator. As soon as it realizes that it can't get you, it digs back around.
I'm just gonna skirt around the front of the building, like not going towards it, but still everybody else.
Okay.
This way.
Would I think that it weighs more than 500 pounds?
Please.
Give me a nature check.
Pretty, please. Let this happen. I mean, I guess it would depend if it's the giant one, right?
You have no idea.
Do it though.
You
I'm gonna
think
try it.
Okay. What are you doing?
Oh, I'm gonna cast levitate on it. I'm gonna try to pull it up there when it pops up.
It's his favorite trick so far. I'm like, yeah, let's do it.
That's a strength saving throw to avoid it?
Constitution saving throw. It's gonna make it.
Probably not, actually.
Do it.
Nope. You rip
Yay.
this giant antlion out of the ground.
Send it 20 feet up in the air.
Okay.
Is it a pinata now?
It kind of is. It does not seem like it's really mobile in the air.
If you bring it down a little further, I'll kill it.
I create an earth spike underneath
Oh
it.
my
So you can just drop it on the spike.
It's basically
Oh,
a
God, that
trap,
thing's
not a
disgusting.
monster. So yeah, you skewer this thing.
Okay, well, that was
I'll be right
gooey.
I want to go high five Whistler. See if he'll high five me.
Well, so you put your hand up, and then he puts his hand up, but doesn't hit it.
And I'll reach forward and like really gently hold your wrist and go, yeah, good job, and like do the high five. And then I'll go and offer the same to Daco. I'm sure he will high five me though.
Yes.
Yeah, you're used to it.
It's a good thing that we killed it when we did. They become a real pain when they pupate into a giant mayfly.
Let's not. Are you doing that on purpose? I'll mute you.
He's been looking to use the word pupate for weeks now, okay? This was his moment. This was it.
I don't care. Why so many insects in this game? Everything in this game is
Because we're in the desert.
I
There's a lot
don't.
of insects out here.
Yeah, but.
And you been
We can have a swamp campaign next time and just run into salamanders and frogs.
That's. Yeah, see?
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and take a look down this way.
It's a alleyway, rubble. Same thing you kind of experience mostly.
All right, so I got an alleyway over here. Shall we continue?
Yeah.
Sure.
This is right behind you.
As Daco goes past the spike with the impaled Antoinette recedes into the ground and then buries the corpse like it never happened.
Okay.
You're so dramatic.
Whistler and Lander, can I get Constitution saving throws from you guys again? Lander and Whistler, the humming fades.
Yay.
Oh, it's over.
Is Whistler still making that sound though?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Looks like I got a couple openings this way. Ooh, do we want to go down the first one or the second one?
Brutus votes first just because it's right there.
Okay.
Unless someone wants to
Okay.
Take an actual. Right.
All right, first one? Sure.
Okay.
Oh, it just kind of loops around, guys.
Oh no!
Of course, farther.
Wait, nope, I'm somewhere else. Where am I?
No, you were exactly where you were before.
No,
All right.
it just loops around. Let's go down this other way.
Okay,
Daco's gonna follow the bat.
there we go.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, I was like, what's that tone of voice that Scott's using mean? Oh, that. There we go.
Yeah.
It means. Is Flap taking the lead?
Yeah,
All right.
mostly he's just hanging around.
Okay.
Are we going through the hall, the bottom of the stream?
Yeah. Once you get somewhere interesting, I'll make sure I move everybody to it.
Ooh, long hallway. Long hallway.
Oh, Genrik's over there. Genrik, I'm gonna move you to where they are. Give me a second. There you go.
These buildings we're moving between, are there like bricked up archways or old windows or stuff, or is it just like walls of stone?
It's mainly walls of stone. Some of it are like ruins and the like, but for the most part, it's.
Oh, got a door over here.
I'm gonna send Flap up and over.
It looks like it's the side of the bank. It's another.
Oh right,
courtyard.
I can't go up and over. That's the door that we can't open.
No, you're not quite there. That's a courtyard. Sorry, I said that weird. This is over here is the bank. Here is another like courtyard.
Okay. This whole area has
Lit up
lit up.
Yeah.
in a strange way.
Yeah.
Let me see what I did.
Spoilers.
Yeah. Spoilers.
Oh look.
We found all our clones.
I can't fix it, so okay.
Yeah,
The wall collapses. I don't know.
Well, Daco can open the wall if it would make you feel better. I can make a door.
Well, someone check this door so that we can go through it.
Yeah.
Yeah. This.
Hey, magic and trap proficient people. Let me know if I can.
It's unlocked, not trapped.
Is it magic?
No.
Okay.
However,
Do you want me to Uh-oh.
the center of this area seems like it's sunken a little bit, and water is beginning to pour up.
Ooh. Like the water from the lake?
Yeah. Let me draw that real quick.
I don't like
Now
that.
we've got a source of running water.
I don't
No.
like what's in there.
I
Indoor
don't
plumbing.
No, I don't think you want to drink that water, Lander.
It's got a weird aftertaste.
Are there bugs all around, like when you go to the Salt Lake?
Well, yeah. You've kind of seen a lot of those bugs
Gross.
everywhere. But yeah, there's this pool of water coming up from the ground.
Wow.
Does it look like it's actually like flooding this area, or is it just kind of?
No, it looks more like a puddle. But it is sinking down. Like, it looks more like there was this giant sinkhole here.
Okay.
Cool.
Everyone be careful in this area. I don't want anyone falling through, which, I'm the most likely person along with Brutus to fall through.
Yep.
Brutus will stay cautious and let people pass in front of him.
I sit down and start casting the Tensor's Disc again.
So it does look like we've got a couple of doors and other exits from this area, guys.
Who's in the front?
Say again?
Who's in the front? Who's in the front?
Zashi, Storm, and Daco look like we're kind of in the front.
Are you gonna wait for the floating disc, or are you guys just moving?
Nope, I'm just moving.
Okay.
I stepped forward, but I'm waiting for that disc because
Oh
I'm
no.
Whistler at this point.
Okay.
I'm in the doorway. I haven't passed through yet.
Yep.
I want to go carefully and look through here.
That looks like an alleyway leading back towards the bank.
Okay. Shall we open up these 2 lower doors then?
I mean, if you can, why not?
I don't know. Things seem to like have a tendency to explode in our faces. So,
Detect magic.
No magic.
all right, I'll go ahead and try this door then.
It's locked.
Go ahead and try this door.
It's locked.
Storm, Daco, would you mind unlocking these for me?
All of them?
Well, these 2.
Sure. I got you. I got your fam.
Give me a thieves' tools check.
Yep, I'm scrolling.
The sad thing is, I think we're burning through Lander's spell slots pretty quick. With
Nope.
magic. No?
He can do that unlimited.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's one of my invocations.
cool.
Eldritch Sight.
Okay.
Like metal detector.
Yeah,
but for
it's
magic.
not a hard door to unlock. I'll go ahead and unlock both of them for you.
Yay.
And I accidentally deleted wall again. Okay, whatever.
So that's what you're doing. You were
The
deleting
wall
all
crumbles in
context.
between.
Okay.
Was me.
Got it.
All
Did I
right.
get my spell casted yet?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so I'm walking and that disc is falling 30 feet behind me.
Okay.
Interesting. Another.
You can kind of... I know you can see the entire layout of what's going on because of my screw-up. So
Yeah,
we'll just
I'm
say that
trying
it's an
to-
open courtyard
It's
with
not really.
more water, like where the edge is. You can see across it, but it's all that weird pool of water.
Which area are you talking about? Because I'm down in an alleyway.
Yeah, what I meant is because I deleted the wall that's supposed to be there.
Yeah.
We'll
So this
we'll
is
just
water?
go with it, and there's just water here, and that's why you can see across.
It's a weird shaped building.
I'm getting dizzy. Daco's about to just start making straight doors so he can go in straight paths.
Okay. I'm still following Daco at this point.
Yeah, I gave up on following the bat. It was taking too long.
Oh. Yeah, because I wasn't giving him any direction. So yeah, so that disc, it just follows 30 feet behind. I can't actually control it independently.
Okay.
So basically, if you're on the disc, you're just 30 feet back from wherever Whistler was. So if he walks around in a circle, you go in a circle a little bit behind him.
That's
Okay.
where Brutus is.
Daco stops here and asks Zashi which way she wants to go.
Well, I don't know. What do you see?
When you get to here, I will let you know it's descending towards the walls. So you had the water here. This actually, there's no water anywhere. Like it physically, it seems very strange, but it over here, it looks like it's been pumped out, but it's leading towards where the wall is keeping most of the lake from flooding the rest of the city. Basically, the levees.
So are you talking about this area?
No, I'm talking about if you head this way.
I
Through
still
this
don't
alleyway.
see you.
Yeah, we don't see any. I think your rings match the map color because I don't see any.
Yeah, I don't see you
Yeah.
pings.
There's
There.
one.
Okay.
It's actually because I was on the wrong layer. I was on the layer you guys can't see.
All right. So it's like.
Right the fourth wall.
Yeah.
So it's like a
It's going to the levees, basically. It looks like it's a staircase down to the levees.
So, is this like
Want to take the Chevy?
is this a stream of water that kind of goes along? Like, are we following along this stream of water? Or,
Yeah. Pretty much.
Yeah. So I would be interested in checking out the levees and making sure that they are strong enough to hold the water back for the moment. So, Daco, if you wouldn't mind coming with me, I know you do like stuff with stone, in case it's starting to crumble.
Yeah,
I've got masonry skills, something like that.
I feel navigationally impaired right now.
Do you want me to just move you to where the levees would be? Is that
Yes,
going to make it
please.
easier?
Let's do that.
Yeah, please.
Like, yes.
Okay. So that, and then zoom in a little bit so I can actually see this token. Sashi, okay, so that's gotta be Taco, right? Sashi, where's your token?
This is my token right here.
Okay.
It's the one that looks like Penny.
Okay. There. Does anybody else want to follow them?
Yeah,
I'm following.
I will.
Okay, I'll move all of you over there. It makes things.
I'm gonna send the bat.
Most
Okay.
of the map is, I'm not sure why.
How steep are those stairs?
So, Eric, we have the map actually has like a setup for line of sight. So if something's blocking your line of sight, you won't be able to see through it.
Got it.
Okay. So, okay. So everyone's there. What do you want to do with the levee? We're like literally up against the walls right now.
So kind of just wanted to inspect them and make sure that we're not about to get our section of the city flooded.
Okay. Make a intelligence check. Genrick, you have advantage because of stone cunning. Daco, you have advantage because of your class, basically.
Mm-hmm.
Intelligence. Yeah. Okay.
Intelligence. I will say either history or nature, either one. If you're proficient in either one, you can add your proficiency bonus.
In nature or what?
History or nature.
Oh, cool. I got it. So,
Same.
Okay, Daco, you're pretty sure it'll hold. Genrick, this is very well-worked stone. It's going to stay up for a long time. However, you do notice with the 22, actually, you rolled 2d20 plus 2, not 1. Okay, so never mind. You didn't actually get a 22. You got an 8 or a 16. Yeah.
okay.
Okay. Yeah. So
Yeah.
the levees will hold, as far as you're aware.
That's what we know.
Yeah. You're in no danger of your section of the city flooding right now.
Excellent. Well, should we go back to that other area then, and go the other way? I thanks for humoring me on this. It's reassuring that it's gonna hold.
Agreed.
All right, mind moving us back to where we were, Scott?
Yeah, I'll move you to the. There.
All right, I'm gonna use the
my.
restroom. I'll be right back.
Okay. Yeah. You're now there. What is it? Oh, yeah, that. Okay. I actually need stealth checks right now from everybody.
I can give people advantage on stealth. Let's see, where's that?
You give one person, not yourself, advantage on stealth checks, I think is how it's worded.
Yeah, I can touch one willing person.
Okay.
Give it to Brutus.
I was just gonna say the big minotaur is usually not the stealthy one. But does that change at all since I am currently writing on Whistler's little disc?
It would appear our tabaxi friend is very much not stealthy
Actually,
today.
so this is sound. Brutus is actually making no sound because Brutus is floating. So Brutus doesn't have to make a stealth check. I forgot about
I want
that.
to give it to Storm.
Who wants to get touched by a dwarf right now?
Definitely turned me off on that offer.
Nope.
Aw, come on.
Really?
Yeah, my people are a little bit racist. It's fine.
A little.
Everyone's a little bit racist. It's okay.
Zashi's in chainmail, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say. I think
Zashi is in chainmail. She's by far the loudest of you.
Yeah, that will cancel out.
I would.
All right.
Dashi,
Yeah.
I can touch you and give you advantage on stealth.
Which will negate your disadvantage on stealth from being in chainmail.
Oh, okay. Just
And make a stealth check.
be gentle. 13.
I have to look something up real quick.
What did we?
Let me look up what's about to kill your party.
I
Stand
need-
by one.
Yeah, right. Because
An even bigger antlion.
Oh boy.
Shit.
Not good.
Okay, you guys are good.
Okay.
Oh
I
man.
don't want to be here anymore. Let's leave.
You don't really see anything. You're basically on the other side of that river of weird water, and however, you are getting. So those of you that know the kind of geography of the city, you're getting closer to what is known as. You're actually now going up. The other direction you were going down. This is actually causing you to go up, kind of onto some elevated areas, and you're getting closer to the palimpsest, and you can you're starting to hear the restless dead moving around.
Oh, good.
Love it.
That's my thing.
Is
Yeah.
our I guess it's not really a deed, but kind of the area that we were told to clear that becomes ours. Where does that end? Are we near the border of that?
You are really close. It pretty much you have. Well, I'll tell you exactly how many feet you have until the end. Give me a second while I do this. So from Flap, the border of your territory ends 160 feet to the east and 80 feet to the south.
Okay. And is this just a wall that he can fly over?
Yep.
I'm just gonna send Flap, and it's just more alleys over here. I'm gonna
Mhm.
call him back, and it's more alleys over there too.
Flap's hearing will let. I'll move him to where he's at, so you're aware.
Okay.
If I can get on the right layer. As he's scouting, it's when he comes over here that he actually sees things. It looks like a bunch of zombies. However, one of them actually moves with purpose, not the shambling horde you're used to.
Okay. Yep. So I turn over to Zashi, and I just go,
Oh, zombies and other undead?
Awesome.
So we're kind of near the palimpsest.
I mean, don't get me wrong, the palimpsest is miles away, but the direction you're heading is towards the palimpsest. And you do know that, like, some of the more intelligent undead sometimes will have sent out raiding parties, essentially, to the other areas of the city.
All right, so this is an area that we are going to need to make defensible.
Yes. Regular patrols, probably.
All right, we'll take note of that and maybe head. I think there's an exit north of us.
Yep.
Yep. So let's. Unless we. How many Whistler did it look like there were in that group? Like a lot?
There were 5.
I can turn undead, by the way, so.
It might be a good idea to try to take these 5 out now.
Yeah, let's do it while we're here.
Or I could just stone them off. Whatever.
Let's just kill them or re-kill them.
Yeah, let's re-kill them.
There you go.
So, Whistler, which door does it look like?
It looks like there's no direct path from where you are, regardless. Like, it looks close, and if somebody wanted to do some stone shaping crap, they could probably make their way out of there. But,
Yeah, Doggo with your BS.
Yeah, Whistler will walk. Oh, where is he? I just lost. I just covered myself. That's fine.
Okay. All right, so Dako, are you doing stone shaping?
If Zashi would like that to be the plan, absolutely. If Zashi would prefer to go in there and do things the old-fashioned way, he'll be happy to crack knuckles, pull out his spear, and stab some stuff.
Actually, one thing that I should probably ask, Scotty, that right there, is that water?
Nope.
Okay, yeah, so that's what he's doing.
Okay. Who is doing what? And this will probably be our last check, because it's almost 11, but, how are you guys digging through this wall? It is a 5-foot section of stone, essentially.
Earthbending can handle that.
Okay. So, Dako's doing it? I need Dako and Genrick both to make intelligence checks.
I touch Dako and cast resistance. That's
Okay.
That's one of my cantrips. That can add a die 4.
Okay.
D4, yeah.
Yeah, guidance. Okay. So I still need both of you guys to. Actually, Dako, I need a charisma check with the D4 from guidance, and Genrick, I need an intelligence check. I want to make sure you guys aren't going to collapse. You guys are actually going to be able to make this hole not collapse a wall.
Yeah.
It's not water.
Collapse it and then
Swim.
And then Genrick, just give me a D20 plus your intelligence modifier. With advantage. So roll it twice.
So what am I rolling again? For what?
It's just a stone cunning general check. You're gonna have to give Dako an idea of how to make it so this wall doesn't collapse in on top of him as he's digging this hole.
So, using what did you say I got to add?
It's gonna be your intelligence modifier plus your proficiency bonus. So your intelligence modifier plus 2.
Well, I have 0 intelligence modifier, but okay. I forgot to add the plus 2. So.
That's 21 is plenty. You guys burrow a hole into this wall. I'm gonna have to actually edit the light thing in order to create a hole in this wall.
good job, guys.
But when you peer in, you notice you actually notice a staircase, a spiral staircase leading down. You dug into some type of building, and there seems to be a cavern underneath. And that's where we'll stop. We will play next week at 9 PST. I shouldn't be late because I won't actually have to work the day before. So
Good. That'll help.
Yes, it will.
have a good one, guys.
Yep. Thank
Do
you
we
all
get
very
any
much.
experience for the boxes?
Daco and Storm and Genrick do. They were the only ones that were actually useful during that. You do get like, I would say like you get 20. Everyone gets 25 experience for the antlion. And then Storm, Daco, and Genrick get 75 experience for the boxes.
So 100 total or 75 total?
100 total for you. And Daco and Storm.
Yay.
I'm on my way.
Another good day.
I'm on my way to catching up.
Awesome.
See you guys.
I do foresee Jocko getting stuck in a convenient cave-in at some point.
Yeah, it's not gonna go well for him. Scott's gonna be like, the Earth Gods have determined you've been messing with my dungeon too much.
Fall into a pit of lava, and then I don't have to deal with your shit.
Suffocate.